Greetings and salutations, my name is JW608. Today we are playing Starmade. And after my last recording, I sat down and I did me some math. And thank you to all those who did use some math yesterday, and I haven't read the comments because it's like 10-15 minutes after I recorded. Anyway, I done me some math. Took a sampling of four power auxiliary blocks and separated in four power auxiliary blocks in a row. That's hard to say. Anyway, here is my conclusions. If you have them in a group like that, let's see, where are we? Four of them, 2,297.3, and I couldn't figure out the math for this. It looks like it is for the grouped power. It looks like the formula is going to be something like 500 plus 500 times the number of blocks to a certain power. And it looks like that power increases it looks like that power increases, but I don't have a large enough sample or the mathematical know-how to figure that out. I'll leave that up to someone smarter than me. The others were easier to figure out. Let's see, power. The power on, where'd my notes go? In groups. The power on is 25 times the number of auxiliary blocks plus 1. So it's 26, because that's 25 times the number of auxiliary blocks is 1 auxiliary blocks. So 25 times 25, or 25 times 1 is 25, plus 1 is 26. If I did the math right, 26. Add another one, it's 51, because 25 times 2 is 50, plus 1, and 76, 101, and so on and so forth. So, let's see, what's that? Oh, and off. Now, if I remember, I'll put all these formulas in the description. Probably forget, so remind me if I don't remember. Okay. I have power block, off, separate, or groups of off. If we have 5.2 energy per second off, it goes to 10.2. Then 15.2, so it looks like I wrote that down wrong. So it's the number of blocks times 5 plus 0.2. Alright, now for separated. Separated, that is in different groups, not adjacent to another power auxiliary block. Looks like a single one, you get the exact same numbers. But, if you do like so, yeah. Then you have 2 here. Let's see, the power capacity jumps from 500 to 1,000. 1,000 to 15, 15 to 2,000. The capacity. So it looks like for groups, the capacity is 500, or no, for single, I'm sorry, is 500 times n, the n being the number of blocks, plus 500. So 500 times 1 is 500, plus 500 is... No, I did that wrong. Oh, well, no. 500, guessing that's all not for the first one. No, I did that wrong totally. It's just 500 times the number of blocks. Wow. Where did I get the extra 500 from? Okay, so it's just 500 times the number of blocks. So 15, 20, or 2,000. 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000. Oh, I'm looking on the wrong chart. That's it. If you look at the right chart when you take notes, or your right group of notes, you do better. Okay. Alright, let me find the right one, and it's in group, or single, in single. Single recharge, you get 26. Here it's 52, 78, 104, 130. So it looks like it's 26 times n. Because 26 times 2 is 52, I believe. And I'm hoping that's 78. That's about the extent of my multiplication tables with 26s. So it looks like it's the number of blocks times 26, whereas here it's the number of blocks times 25 plus 1. So that doesn't sound like a huge difference, but once you get adding thousands of these things, or even hundreds of these things, or even tens of these things, that's going to be quite the difference. And off, it's just separate, it's just, where am I? No, it's 5.2 times the number of blocks. So let's see, for the groups, in the off position, it's just 5 times the number of blocks plus 0.2. So that's 15.2. Whereas this, it's 5.2 times the number of blocks. See, 10.4, 15.6, 20.8, as opposed to 20.2. That can't be right. That can't be 5.2 times the number of blocks. So it looks like it's actually the number of blocks times 5 plus 0.4 for each. No, hold up. 15.2, 3 times... Yeah, no, that is right. 5.2 times the number of blocks. I'm trying to outthink myself here. Okay, yeah, so it's 5.2 times the number of blocks for the off energy. Alright, that's a lot of math. So what does that mean? That means if you want a large capacity on your auxiliator, you want them in groups, because there's some sort of bonus going on here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For 10 of those, you're going to get almost 4,000. You're going to get 6,294.6 auxiliary capacity. While in groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you're only going to get 5,000. But your energy on is going to be 260. Let me write that down before I forget. So 10 separated is 260 on and 52 off. So let's try that combined. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 combined is 51 compared to 251 compared to 260, and 50.2 compared to 52. So you're going to have to put some forethought into your power blocks, or your power auxiliary blocks, whether you want a large capacity of or a large auxiliary capacity, or you want a large auxiliary charge. Okay, so let's think this out and figure out when you're going to want what. Okay, so let's see. Let me clean this up a bit while I think on camera. Let's see. You're in a starship, you use lots of power, and you've hit the cap, you've hit the 2 million cap, and you just need more energy, just pumped right into the capacitors to keep them up, or to fill them faster. You're going to want separated groups. Yeah. You're going to want them separated, because then you're going to get the faster recharge. I've been setting for a while, so I've let my power charge up. So let's drain that power and connect those to this. That's what, 400? Oh, we need more than that. We have 50,000 of these to drain. There we go. There we go. So you're firing, you're firing, you're firing. You notice, oh, my recharge isn't fast enough. Switch on your power auxiliary, and it helps by charging the main reactors, so you can fire more often, I guess. Actually, what's my... Auxiliary, it's only 78. So, okay. I don't know if that'll power a single shot. It takes, what, 100? Yeah, it takes 100. So, 78, 104. So I'll take 4 separated to of the auxiliary on to maintain a single shot from a cannon. That's interesting to notice, or to note, not necessarily to notice. So I don't know if these are going to be super effective for recharging, but for capacity, now it looks like the capacity idea, you have them in large groups, and it slowly fills up this capacity, the auxiliary capacity. Then when you... Oh, I actually want... Hold up. Put these back to empty our main reactor. I want it totally emptied so we can show something. And actually, let's add some of these separate to help fill up the capacity faster. Oh, that might actually what you want to do is have a large group for capacity and have smaller groupings for recharge bonuses. Alright, we got about 30% of our auxiliary in. So watch the power bars. Let me get it so it's somewhere dark so you can see against a dark background. I'm going to hit it, and it's going to drain those into the main capacitors. And the main capacitors have a much larger capacity than all this, so it's not going to fill them, but it's going to help. And I turn it back off, and it starts recharging the auxiliary capacitors. Sort of like a backup generator that you have to initially set. So I guess you could maybe set these up so it's has the same capacity as your super duper big cannon. You fire your super duper big cannon, you come over, you hit your auxiliary, you dump all that stored power back into your main capacitors, and you can use secondary systems and thrusting and whatever cannons you want until your super duper main gun comes back from cooldown. That's one use I see for these. Now, I know somebody mentioned, I forgot who it was, I think it was, I'm not going to take a guess, that these might not be as efficient as a dock generator. And I'm starting to think no, but I think that's a good thing, that they aren't quite as efficient as a dock generator. And so it keeps our caps down, so we don't have these horrific monster Titan ships, although I do love horrific monster Titan ships. I do like large ships, Star Destroyers and things like that. But game-wise, mechanically, so we don't have super-duper server-crashing ships flying all over the place. I think it's all more or less a good thing that I guess dock generators have been nerfed. Although I do love this. Let's see, what's your recharge at? Auxiliary. It's not full, but we will take it. Right, let's see if it's full enough to do this. It exploded and took out one beside it. When it takes damage, the auxiliary blocks explode. I had a great big long... Oh no, we'll do that next time. I'll show you a much more impressive... Well, not more impressive. Well, it's not a super duper explosion, but it's more impressive than this. Anyway, I've been JW608, this has been Starmade, and next time, we'll blow up a huge one of these. Alright, I'll dig you cats later.